Hey friends in social media land, hope everyone is doing okay. As promised, I'm going to show you my little creative corner setup. To call it a recording studio might be might be pushing it a little bit. It's very much a minimalist setup, so if you're into kind of small studio spaces, minimal setups, then this might be of interest to you. So I'll just dive right in. I'm currently using an iPad 7 and GarageBand. That's my DAW of choice. Now, I'm well aware that GarageBand is fairly limited. I know that most people would probably use GarageBand for making demos and then fire them into Logic Pro or Pro Tools or something like that. I just don't have that luxury at the moment, so what I've found with GarageBand though is if you work out some of the little tips and tricks and get some decent plugins for it, it can be really creative, and it's very intuitive. So I will probably upgrade at some point, upgrade my iPad so that I can then use Logic Pro for iPad, which has come out fairly recently. This iPad 7 won't run Logic Pro, so I would have to upgrade. But yeah, I'll probably look to do that in the fairly near future. But for now, this works for me, and as I say, once you kind of learn how to get the most out of it, it works really well. Yeah, so what I do is I record and mix into GarageBand, and then I upload it to an online mastering and distributing service, and that's how I get my music out there. Now obviously it's not the same as, you know, paying a mastering engineer to, you know, a couple of £100 or more to master your song, and then tweaking it here and there. I just simply don't have that luxury just now, so this is the method that I use, and it works for me pretty well. So I'm just going to stick with that for now. So moving on, we have my PreSonus studio speakers, little mini speakers. They're brilliant actually, not had any issues with them at all. Apart from recording bass, I mean they're just not big enough to handle bass frequencies. There is an EQ you can set with treble and bass, but when I'm recording bass I just use my headphones, and it's not an issue. So no good for bass frequencies, but everything else absolutely fine, and yeah, quite happy with them, and great if you've not got a lot of space. Yeah, just some random stuff that, you know, some of my other interests: Star Wars, Mandalorian. I've got a couple of posters up here that I've had for a while. I'll probably look to change them fairly soon, just to freshen the place up a bit. A couple of watches. That's another one of my little hobbies, is to collect affordable watches. But hey ho, we're not here to talk about watches. So moving on again. This is a lamp. It has a bulb in it. Okay, what's next? So I've got the Vault 2 here, which is the interface that I'm using at the moment from Universal Audio. It's a great little kit. I upgraded this maybe 6 months ago or so. I was using the iTrack Solo from Focusrite, and that was okay, but I just wanted to upgrade and you know, just get a better interface with better preamps. And then you've got the vintage setting, which works quite well, and yeah, it's a very clean sounding, noiseless little interface, and really pleased with it. And I've upgraded to 2 double channels for XLR and jack inputs, whereas before I only had 1, so that's really useful as well. Headphones, I've got my Audio Technica headphones here. Again, fairly affordable, but good quality. I think these were about £80, and obviously you could spend 200, you could spend 500 or more on studio headphones, but they do pretty well. Also got my microphone here, which is also Technica audio, and this is a large diaphragm condenser, so I use this for pretty much everything. But yeah, it's a great little mic. Good sound from it. It can be a bit on the bassy side, but yeah, it's nothing that you can't really EQ out of, so no major issues. It's just an all-rounder, and it's a good mic. I'm going to be shortly buying a Lewitt microphone for acoustic guitar, a small diaphragm, because I think that's going to work much better for acoustic guitar. So that'll be my next purchase at some point. But yeah, Audio Technica large diaphragm mic, great, and again affordable. I think this was maybe, I don't know, £140 or something like that, a bit less in a sale. So yeah, great little mic. Then we've got the M Audio key station here. It just does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, use it for all my various virtual instruments and drum programming. You've got the octaves up and down there, as well as the pitch and modulation controls. Yeah, it's just just does what it should do, and quite happy with it. Again, affordable stuff. I think this was 50 quid, and it more than does the job. What else have I got equipment wise? Well, that's more or less it. I've got a drawer here full of bits and pieces, cables, tambourine. I've got some harmonicas there, just stuff that I use now and again. I've got, oh, it's a bit dark, but I've got an acoustic pedal that I use for live stuff, which yeah, it's a Sonicake pedal. It's alright actually, it's pretty affordable. Oops, making a mess here. Yeah, Sonicake, you can see the dust on it. But yeah, it's just got some basic effects, chorus, delay and stuff, and does the job for live work. So quite happy with that guy. A shaker, every creative corner needs a shaker, so that's that. It's cupboard here. I've got my pop shield there, and also my vocal booth, which just folds out and goes on the end of the mic stand. And yeah, again, simple, affordable, does the job. And I think that's the great thing about equipment these days, is that you don't need to spend loads to get decent quality stuff. So moving on to guitars. So this is, just swing you around, this is a Fender Modern Player Telecaster thin line. It's a bit unusual. It's got the kind of Les Paul setup for volume and tone, but you can get plenty of different sounds just from the volume and tone. 2 P90 pickups, which are lovely. I don't like the kind of traditional harsh sound of tellies, but these pickups are really sweet, and I've used this in pretty much all of my recordings. It's a great guitar, and I'll be keeping that. By the way, I'm going to be doing some reviews on this guitar and other guitars, so if you want to find out a bit more, then look out for those reviews coming soon. Moving on, we'll just have a quick look at these guitars. I'll get them out here. This is my most recent purchase, which is my Harley Benton nylon string. I just got this because I didn't have a nylon string in my collection, and I wanted to add that variety of sound to my videos and to my recordings, and it will suit some songs really well. So that's the Harley Benton, and I'm going to be doing a review on that pretty soon actually, so look out for that if you're interested. Next is my main guitar, my Taylor 214 CE. This is my main acoustic. This is, yeah, it's just a lovely guitar. What can I say? I've done a review on this already So if you're interested, you'll find that on my YouTube channel, and I'm quite impressed with this artwork that Chloe did for me, my eldest daughter. Little koi fish there, just to make this guitar a little bit more unique. Then I've got a Rathbone guitar, not a particular well-known brand, but yeah, it's a lovely guitar. It's got rosewood back and sides, cedar top, a British company originally, I believe. And yeah, I keep this guitar for open tunings, and it's in DADGAD at the moment. So yeah, I wanted to have an acoustic that's sort of dedicated to open tunings, so I don't have to keep tuning my main guitar up and down all the time. So that is the Rathbone, and then finally I have my Yamaha bass guitar. This guitar was given to me by a friend whose son doesn't play it anymore. I was just looking for a bass guitar to use in the studio for putting down bass lines for my songs, and this does the job. I mean, it's a fairly affordable bass, but you know, it's good enough. I probably will change it. I quite fancy a short scale bass. I think that'll really suit my playing and my songs, so I probably will trade it in for a short scale bass at some point. But in the meantime, I'm really grateful that I could get a bass for the studio for nothing really. Yeah, so can't complain. That's my guitars. Got the Fender up there on the wall. This is my creative corner. Yep, there's not much to it, as you've seen, but for me it does what I need it to do right now. So please let me know what you think. If you've got a similar small iPad setup, let me know your comments, let me know what you've got, let me know what you think of this setup, or any ideas, any things you think I could add that might help, or anything like that. I'm always up for learning more and seeing how I can improve things. So yeah, and we'll let Darth Vader have the last word. Thanks guys for watching, take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.